In this video, I go over 5 newborn products I regret buying. So make sure you watch this video so that you can think twice before you put one of these products on your baby registry. So like many of you guys, I always make sure to do my research online before I buy my products. So almost all these products have decent reviews online, if not good reviews. However, I still regret them. And I want to share with you guys the reason why I regret buying these products. So the first product I regret buying is this Nanette and Eve Swaddle. This swaddle in theory seems like it was a pretty good idea. So what it does, it only swaddles the arms only. And the reason why swaddling the arm was attractive was because as you know, putting on a swaddle is quite a bit of work, and a lot of times maybe the baby is already asleep in your arms and you just want to swaddle them real quick. This allowed a quicker swaddling process than trying to, fold all that swaddling and tucking and everything with a regular swaddle. However, we noticed that while this did help his arms from using that baby reflex, which most babies have, and that's usually kind of that reflex startling that causes them to wake up. This does do the arm part and keeps the arm from kind of moving around and everything. However, his feet still has the same startle reflex, and his feet is what eventually woke up my baby. We did end up using this maybe 3-4 times, and every time we used it, the baby would sleep less than 5 to 10 minutes. So there are definitely other swaddles out there that are also easy to use, but also just work better. For example, the Love to Dream Swaddle Ups. Those things are amazing. I highly recommend you check that out instead of this Nanette and Eve. So the second product that I regret buying, I personally didn't use this, but my wife has used it, and she found that it is pretty much not useful at all and not helpful, especially if you're breastfeeding, and that's this PiP Breastfeeding Best Latch Pillow. This is different than the PiP regular breastfeeding pillow, as this one has one side is actually a hard side. It has like a flat surface on one side, and the other side is a softer side. She found that overall that this pillow was just too high. Regardless of how she put the baby, she was never able to get a comfortable position breastfeeding the baby when using this pillow. So if you're looking for a breastfeeding pillow, I would suggest that you skip this PiP Best Latch one. I can't say anything about the other version, the regular version, which is just soft on both sides, since we don't have that one. The third item that I regret buying is this Bloom Baby Flower Petal washer that you put in your sink. I noticed Bloom Baby is one of the things that many parents, especially newborns, buy because it's supposed to make life easier while giving your baby a bath inside the sink. However, we found that this one, it just doesn't really stay inside the sink very well. So it makes it really hard for you to hold your baby and keep this kind of inside the sink at the same time. It makes giving a bath for your baby a 2-person job, with one person kind of just making sure the baby is kind of just staying still in this, because the baby does slip around in a lot. So that's also not good, because most newborns can't keep their head up or anything like that, and they're just gonna move around and fall around if no one's holding them. So instead of Bloom Baby, I would suggest you check out this bath sponge, which I talk about in my newborn essential video. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out after this one, because it talks about some of the products that I pretty much highly recommend you get for newborns especially. And this definitely isn't on the list. So the fourth item I regret buying is the Nanette Plus Baby Monitor. You might be thinking, whoa, Kevin, this baby monitor has some pretty good reviews online, and from what I've seen, it's a pretty good baby monitor. Well, I'm not arguing that it's a good baby monitor. To tell you why I regret buying it is because we haven't even had a chance to use it yet, and Alistair's already past his newborn stage. And at the rate that we're doing things, we actually don't foresee ourselves using this anytime soon. So let's give a little bit background reason on why I regret this. So after some research and reading, my wife and I decided that we would be doing co-sleeping with our baby in our room for at least the first 6 months, or if not more, depending on the situation and how things turn out. So with that, we converted our crib into one of those side sleepers. So we removed one of these sides of the crib and kind of attached it to our bed. So Alistair will be sleeping in that, kind of where it'll be me, my wife, and then the crib where Alistair would sleep. So in a situation like that, we pretty much have no need for the Nanette, because we would be in the same room with Alistair, and if he cries, we should be able to hear him. Well, at least my wife will definitely be able to wake up and hear him because she's sleeping right next to him. So the Nanette is meant to be used for a baby who's sleeping in their own room, in their own crib, and less of our situation where we turn our crib into a side sleeper. So there are situations when my wife and I do need a baby monitor for when our baby boy naps during the day and we're not there sleeping next to him and we want to get some things accomplished. We would use the Nanette, however, the tripod that it comes with takes up a ton of room. The tripod is meant for you to make it a little bit more mobile so you don't have to drill it into the wall to be used. However, the base of that thing takes up a ton of room. We already have a king size bed and a crib attached as a side sleeper in our room. We really just don't have any room to put that tripod with this thing on it. So we ended up getting a different baby monitor, the Eufy SpaceView one. It's super simple to use and definitely a lot cheaper than this. So I do regret buying this, and I really wished I did a little bit more research ahead of time on how our parenting style would be, and that we would actually be co-sleeping with Alistair rather than having him stay in his own room. The fifth item I regret buying is this Skip Pop playmat. The playmat itself is actually pretty good. We use it daily pretty much for Alistair to do tummy time on. However, the reason we regret buying it is that I wish that we got a thicker one. The reason why I want a thicker one is because it allows us to put the playmat more places in our house instead of just the carpet area. So our living room is tile floors. So if we put this on the tile floor, it's not going to be very comfortable for our baby boy to be laying down on it. For an example of why we want to put this on our living room floor is because my wife likes to work out during the daytime and she wants to make sure Alistair is within arm's reach. So she wants to put him on a playmat so he can just lay there while she exercises, and she can always keep an eye on him. However, we can't do that with this one because it's just too thin. It wouldn't be comfortable for Alistair to lay down on his mat on the tile floors. Let me know down below in the comment section if any of these items are going to be a deal breaker for you now that you found out the reason why I regret buying them. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time.